Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and welcome to this little side adventure that we're starting today with Duel Terminal as well as Hidden Arsenal 1. The reason why I decided to do this this way, where you have always like one and the other, is I'm pretty sure all the cards in Hidden Arsenal are in the Duel Terminals. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100%, so it's easier for us to do it this way. So we know for a fact, but I know for a fact that definitely all cards included in Hidden Arsenal 1 are in Duel Terminal 1, so we won't talk about the Hidden Arsenal package here. We'll just talk about the Duel Terminal cards. There's 100 cards in this, so a lot, but these are still gonna be pretty fast to go through, so hopefully we shouldn't have a 6-minute set breakdown this time around. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'll just focus on, like I said, the archetypes. We have some Legacy support, some very iconic cards here, Cyber Dragons, Dark Magicians, everything like that. And then we get to the archetypes, and I won't talk about individual cards here unless they're like insanely powerful, but I'll talk about the archetypes. So Ice Barriers, notoriously is a very bad archetype that is kind of a control archetype but doesn't really do anything. Mist Valets are wind monsters that have effects to focus on returning stuff to your hand to activate things. Flammels are a weird fire archetype. X-Sabers, obviously synchro swarming and stuff like that, probably going to be one of the most powerful archetypes to play. Ally of Justices are the anti-worm archetype, mostly focused on just light monster hate. Worms are flip monsters with varying effects. Then we get to the synchros. This is where we actually have some very powerful stuff, so I'll talk about a little bit. Miss for Eucris, Herbellum, whatever. Brionac, notoriously very powerful. After the Harsh Words per turn wasn't as insane with the loops, but still a good removal tool. A generic level, completely generic level 6, where you can discard any number of cards to the graveyard to target the same number of cards your opponent controls and return them to the hand. And then Ally of Justice Catastro, which is actually going to be insanely powerful in this set because we don't have that much dark. So whereas most of Ally Justice stuff is anti-light, Ally of Justice Catastro is a completely generic level 5 that is anti-everything but dark, where at the start of the damage step, if this battles a face-up non-dark monster, you destroy the monster straight up. Then we have a lot of like cards we've already seen: Soul Exchange, Neverland Extermination, just overall like good stuff that we've already seen. Dust Tornado, Mask of Weakness, I don't know if we've seen before. Target an attacking monster to that monster loses 700 attack until the end of the turn. Magic Reinforcement, negate attack, all stuff that we've seen. Nature Sync Ground, Ghost card. Now Dark Resonator, actually going to be a very good generic level 3 tuner we can use. Crystal Beasts also here. Then we have Jeexx, which I don't even know what they're all. Mostly like machines, but I don't honestly even know like how I would explain like Jeexx as an archetype. More stuff of the Ice Barriers, Lauren of the Ice Barrier, one of the worst cards in the history of this game. It's honestly more Flammels, more X-Sabers. This is why we're doing the Duel Terminals as well. We actually get like more choices, more stuff in the sets, more worms, then we get to more synchro stuff that we obviously already seen. X-Saber of Wayne, I think this is the first time we have actually seen him. So level 5, a completely generic, when it's synchro summon, you can spell summon a level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand. Like these are also a new, but obviously much worse even though it's completely generic level 8. Mystical Space Typhoon is your turn. Mystical Ray is interesting. When a monster is sent from field to your graveyard, even during the damage tip, you target a monster on the field to destroy it. So, because you can always at least like 2-for-1 with a trap and your monster getting destroyed. Adhesion Trap Hole, pretty actually interesting for all the synchros that we have access to. And Black Horn of Heaven we've also seen before, but given that how little responses we actually have to Catastor, like having a trap to just completely negate the synchro summon, it's gonna be pretty useful. But yeah, I'm actually very excited for this. I feel like going forward, these Hidden Arsenal and Dual Terminal sets are actually going to be a lot of fun to play. We get so many different archetypes in this, and they just keep on expanding and getting more stuff. So I feel like this will be a lot of fun going forward. But yeah, let's see what we can come up with all these different archetypes, and we'll see you in the deck building section next.
Okay. Hidden Arsenal, Dual Terminal, cool shit. There's a lot of lore for this. Okay, if you want to find out about the lore for Dual Terminal, you should totally come to twitch.tv/Jeexx every Sunday. Okay, guys, we're gonna be talking about Dual Terminal lore every time Dual Terminal comes up. It's gonna be the sickest shit ever. It's not. It's really not gonna be, but trust me, okay, trust me, bro. But yeah, we're doing Dual Terminal, which means that we're gonna be doing Dual Terminal archetypes such as X-Sabers, Worms, Violons, and other similar shit. Most of them are gonna be kinda ass after X-Sabers, I'd say. Like, stuff like Violon is really interesting, and I really like Violons. I'm probably gonna be using Violons myself, but stuff like Ice Barrier isn't gonna be used most likely. Mist Valley is not gonna be used. Like, Mist Valley is not present in this. I'm probably gonna be using Gusto and Elsworms, but that's a topic for another time. But this time we're using a combination of X-Sabers, Cyber Dragon, and just generically good cards, you know. Because Cyber Dragon is it's a level 5, it special summons itself, it's 2.5k beats, 2.1k beat stick. It can deal with everything that's in the mine main deck, for example, and it basically enables me to go into any synchros that I would like if I had the right tuner monsters being. That's another thing entirely. But yeah, Cyber Dragon and Dark Resonator are like some of the good stuff in the deck. I feel like Dark Resonator could be in higher numbers here or higher quantities here, like a 3 or even 2 or 3, yeah. But I felt like having the Saber package be bigger and not getting rid of Ghost Gardener or Cyber Dragon was kind of massive, because Ghost Gardener is the only level 4 that we really have access to other than Galahad, and it's kind of sad. But yeah, Dark Resonator can't be destroyed by battle once each turn. That makes it really good. Like legitimately, the fact that it cannot be destroyed one time makes it worth playing, because it just sticks on the board for way longer than it should, purely because of the power level of the set being fairly low. And Ghost Garden is 1.9k defensive wall, which basically deals with every single tuner in the set, like not being able to. They can body check it, but they can't kill it. Same with Arbellum, which is, I think, the biggest tuner in the set. Galahad can, I think. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, this card gains 300 attack range damage step only. Yeah, there we go. Galahad can totally deal with Ghost Garden, but I think Galahad isn't really worth playing in large quantities. But Arbellum is a tuner that we've seen before. It's 1.6k, like kind of a bait stick with the effect of if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, discard one random card from your opponent's hand. This card is legitimately like good in the sense that it can kind of fuck your opponent's hand up super hard, and it works really well off of a Rescue Cat, for example, for MX Saber. Invoker. You can go Rescue Cat into Arbellums, into Invoker, and then use Invoker to go into shit for that, or you can go Tour Guide into Invoker and special summon X-Sabers from that, and yeah. I think once we get to the XYZ era, it's gonna be really fun. And yeah, XYZ, not XC, XYZ. Okay, guys, it's Zexel, not Zeal. Okay. So yeah. Then we have Galahad. Like I mentioned, Galahad can gains 300 attack when it attacks, but it loses 500 when it is attacked. And you can, when this card is selected as an attack target, you contribute another Saber monster to negate the attack. That's actually probably really good, arguably, because we have other cards that will stick on the board for longer than Galahad will. And Galahad is going to be a kind of a juicy target for attacks. But yeah. Then we have Palomuro. Palomuro is a level 1 tuner with the effect of when another Saber monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to special summon this card from your graveyard. It's pretty good, I'd say. Palomar can easily like hit the board if stuff like Fulham Knight or Ragigura or even Galahad is on the board and they get run over by Cyber Dragon or Voltroll or Guard Strike. Then we have Pashul. Pashul is going to be kind of the Spirit Reaper of the set, or Spirit Reaper of the deck, alongside Dark Resonator, in the sense that it can't be destroyed by battle. It's a level 2 tuner with 100 attack and burns you for 1000 damage each turn that it is face up on the field. Then we have Voltroll. Voltroll has the effect of it cannot be normal summoned or set, and must be special summoned by controlling 2 or more face-up X-Saber monsters, and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Once per turn, you can target one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. This card is going to be either Omega Explosive or just a fucking brick every time. We'll see how it goes. Full Helm Knight. Full Helm Knight is... I think this is the second time we've seen it. I think I used it in the hero deck that I have for a while ago now. Was it Ancient Prophecy maybe even? I'm not sure. But when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, negate that attack. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. If this card destroys an opponent's defense position monster by battle, you can target one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. I think this last effect is just so fucking weird. Like, it feels super out of place on a 1.3 thousand beats. Like, not even a beats, but 1.3 thousand little weenie trying to kill literally anything in the set. It just feels weird. Like, if Airbellum had that, that would be kind of good already, but no. But Ragigura is a level 1 Beast Warrior with the effect of when this card is normal or special summon, you can add one X-Saber monster from your graveyard to your hand. I wouldn't say that this card has a like particular use outside of like very, very slow recovery, but yeah, it's a level 1 and that's what it's here for the most part. It's meant to be used with other like, let's say, Ghost Garden and Pashul to go into... what is it, Urbellum, for example, or with Full Helm, with Pashul and then Gala. Actually, no. Yeah, fuck this. This card is kind of scuffed here, but yeah. I think it's gonna be mostly used for recovering stuff like Full Helm Knight or like Guard Strike or Voltroll when you have a good board going. But yeah, then we have MSTs, 3 copies of MST because of this fucking card. We're going to talk about that in a second. We also have 2 copies of Nobleman of Extermination because of this fucking card, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then we have Saber Slash, which is a really good removal tool, but it only works if you have like a solid amount of X-Sabers on the field, which I don't think is too likely to happen. So that's why I'm only playing 1 in the main deck currently. Then we have Adhesion Trap Hole, which is here to specifically kind of grief this fucking card, but we're going to talk about that in a second. And then there's like Voltroll and Guard Strike that you kind of want to use it on. And even arguably Cyber Dragon and any of the Synchro monsters. Then we had Dust Tornado, 3 copies of Dust Tornado, again because of this fucking card. And then we're gonna talk about this. Actually, let me Adhesion Trap Hole halves your opponent's monster's attack when they're special summoned or whatever. Extermination has the effect of target one's face down spell or trap card and destroy it. And if you do, banish it. And if it was a trap card, each player reveals their main deck and then banishes all cards from it with that card's name. Then we have MST for, targeting one spell and trap card on the field and destroying it. And Saber Slash is destroy as many face-up cards on the field equal to the number of face-up attack position X-Saber monsters you control. And Dust Tornado is also MST, but you get to set a card. So now we're going to talk about the fucking card. This card is probably what the entire matchup is going to end up revolving around. It has the effect of if a face-up X-Saber monster is on the field, you can target 2 X-Saber monsters in any graveyard and special summon both to your side of the field. So, just as an example, let's say I have 2 cards set on my side of the field and my opponent has 1 card set on their side of the field. They activate Mystical Space Typhoon targeting my face-down Gotham's Emergency Call. I have an X-Saber monster in the field, my opponent doesn't. I activate my Gotham's Emergency Call in response to them targeting it with MST. And then their face down turns out to be Gotham's Emergency Call. So they now activated Gotham's Emergency Call in response to my Gotham's Emergency Call, allowing them to target the exact 2 X-Saber monsters that I was intending to special summon and yoink them, so that my Gotham's fizzles. and they win out. And they gain 2 X-Saber monsters from that. And that's honestly really cool because it basically deters you into it puts you into a situation where you have to be super conservative with the cards that you're using, and you have to keep trying to go for like Hail Marys on Gothams if you have Gotham set. If you don't have Gotham set, then you probably shouldn't even consider it. You should just keep setting cards to fake that you have a Gothams, because if your opponent thinks that you have a Gothams, they will be deterred from using their own Gothams. And I think that's gonna be really cool. But yeah, let me Magic Jammer, 1 copy of it, mostly because of the fact that I don't really want to deal with Blurn Extermination and Saber Slash, but I don't want to have my entire hand flooded with traps, because as you can see, there's a lot of traps in this fucking set that I'm using. Mask Weakness, I think Mask Weakness is... It's gonna be stronger for stuff that's just generally bigger, like stuff like Gothams can't really run over Full Troll, for example. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then we negate attacks, 3 of them, again, because of the fact that, like, the overall power level of the main deck is super low, and they can be easily run over by each other. Like, your opponent can easily trade stuff into them. Like, your opponent can decide they want to trade their Dark Resonator's immunity to destruction to a Full Helm Knight. And then the Full Helm Knight player has to be like, well, I gotta use my negate here, or I get fucked. And then, yeah. That's why we have 3 copies of negate attack. Then the side deck is 2 copies of Dark Resonator. And I think that's self-explanatory. More Herbellums, because if we end up in a situation where I feel like I need more tuners for some reason. Same Palomero, Full Troll, if I feel like I'm drawing... I'm getting so many X-Sabers out on the field that it's completely worthwhile. Ragigura as 3rd copy if I feel like I need some more recursion. Noble and Extermination if I feel like Gothams is actually an issue, so like we can play 3 of these. Saber Slash if I feel they need removal. Magic Jammer if I feel like I'm losing to getting my Gothams popped or to Saber Slashes. More Masks of Weakness and Reinforcements. I think Reinforcements is a more versatile card overall than Mask of Weakness, specifically because this is only for an attacking monster, whereas this is any face-up monster. But the reason why I think Mask of Weakness is a better main deck option to begin with is because the set currently contains many cards that can easily be dealt with if you use a Mask of Weakness rather than Reinforcements. So we'll see how this ends up going. Like, for example, let's say opponent gets into Brionac somehow, and then they swing into Galahad. I don't know, that doesn't work either. Well, I just say they swing into Cyber Dragon. Popping Mask of Weakness against basically anything, even Goyo Guardian, makes it so that the Goyo Guardian trades into the Cyber Dragon rather than winning out. And that's good. That's legitimately a good option. Then we have the extra deck. The extra deck is a little weird. We have arguably the best level 5 until TG Hyper Librarian comes out, when that becomes arguably the best level 5 in combo decks. But Cataster has the effect of, or Ally of Justice Cataster is a level 5 Dark Machine Synchro monster with 2,200 attack, which requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster, which already makes it pretty fucking good in comparison to stuff like Junk Warrior. That has the effect of, at the start of the damage step, if this card battle, say, face-up non-dark monster, destroy that monster. Now, let's look at how many dark monsters exist in this set. Hey, that's not a lot of dark monsters. What the fuck? So basically, Cataster hitting the board, if your opponent doesn't have ways of dealing with 3 effects or something, will just immediately take over the entire fucking game. That's why Saber Slash is in here. That's why Brionac is in here. That's why Mistworm is in here. It's just fucking hell, man. It's just such a strong card that I think if either of us ends up hitting Cataster, it might just be game over for the other player. But yeah, then we have Brionac. Brionac is a level 6. This is also, like, these two are 2 of the strongest synchro monsters for a long period of time, and they were, like, technically printed in the first ever synchro set, that being like Duel Terminal. Actually, that I don't think that's correct. I think I might be flipping. I might be lying. But yeah, it's still so early on into it that the fact that these existed in like 2010s just feels wrong to me. Brionac has the effect, is a level 6 generic synchro monster with 2,300 attack. And it used to be different. It used to be you can discard up to any number of cards to the graveyard and then target a card on the field and discard as many. Let me just fucking, so I don't have to actually try to remember it. Brionac, Errata. You can discard any number of cards to return the same number of cards from the field to the hand. Not once per turn, by the way. Not once per turn at all. This fucking thing is nuts. Like, one of the most broken cards that they could have printed at the time. And now it is, you can discard any number of cards at the graveyard, then target the same number of cards your opponent controls. Return those cards to the hand. You can only use this effect of Brionac, the Dragon of the Ice Barrier, once per turn. And the big thing about it being once per turn is that you could just, like, basically loop your hand and keep bouncing shit from your opponent's shit, like, field, or your own shit on the field. This card was just too fucking strong. Then we have, yeah, Flame Wall. Guys, yeah. Another generic Synchro monster at level 6 has the effect of, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage, and if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, it gains 300 attack. This card can kind of scale fairly well. I don't think it's going to be too relevant because it's a level 6. I think the level 6s and 5s are going to be hard to get into because we only have Ghost Gardener as a level 4. And then we technically don't have any ways of getting into level 5s. I mean, we have Galahad as well. But even with Galahad, it's like we need Palomur or Pashul to go into level 5s or 6s. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Then we have Goyo Guardian. Goyo Guardian is why we're actually still trying to play level 6s, because Goyo itself is so fucking big. It's a 2.8 thousand beat stick again, with the effect of, if this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can spell summon that monster from your to your field in defense position. Fucking nuts. This card is so fucking disgusting. Then we have Mistworm, a level 9, 2.5 thousand fucking giant ass problem solver. If this card is synchro summoned, target up to 2 3. If this card is synchro summoned, target up to 3 of your target up to 3 cards your opponent controls. Return those targets to the hand. I'm having a hard time reading, guys. Sorry. I feel like I should do a second take, but I'm not recording another 17-minute long breakdown. Holy fuck. Urbellum is an X-Saber level 7, 2.2 thousand attack. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent while they have 4 or more cards in their hand, place 1 random card from their hand on the top of their deck. Then we have Wayne, a level 5, 2.1 thousand beat stick. Not beat stick. I need to stop saying it. I need to stop calling everything a beat stick when it has more than 1.9 thousand attack. But it is a 2.1 thousand attack monster with the effect of, when this card is synchro summoned, you can spell summon 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand. Go Scarno Warrior. Yeah, you can basically do this to extend something, like get Full Helmut out and do a level 8, or get a Pashul out and do a level 7. But it's a shame it doesn't work for Palomuro or Agora or Arbellum. And then we have Gothams, which is going to be probably the de facto boss monster with the, outside of like Catastrophe. But it has 3.1 thousand attack. It's a level 9, I think. Yeah, I think it's a level 9. Yeah, it do be a level 9. It has the effect of, you contribute 1 X-Saber monster from your contribute 1 X-Saber monster to discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. That about does it. I think this is gonna be really weird because of Gothams and everything having to kind of revolve around Gothams. If both of us happen to constantly draw into it, it's gonna be some of the wackest shit we've ever played. So hopefully the games go well.
Welcome back, guys and gals, and here is what we're gonna be playing today. So no surprise, we're playing X-Sabers. I feel like if we just look at all the archetypes in Duel Terminal 1, X-Saber is by far the best one. And also, I feel like the only other archetype there really that is playable is Worms. And X-Sabers are just like definitely the superior option. And also, although we played them once before, I feel like X-Saber is actually a very fun archetype. So I'm definitely like going to take this opportunity to play them again. So it'll be interesting how the games go. But first, let's take a look at what we're working with the deck. So starting us off, we have 2 Dark Frozen here. I think we've seen this card before, just has to be destroyed twice by battle. Then we have a lot of X-Sabers that we already saw. I can't even remember this. Sorry, I'm so bad with everything's names, but I do remember I played X-Saber once before, a few episodes ago now, and I played X-Saber Full Helm Knight. We've already seen, obviously very good, being able to pseudo protect a monster once. Air Bottom here just to add another 3. Full Troll add 3 copies as well. And obviously a brick if you don't have 2 X-Sabers on your field, but we want to see this as often as possible still, and like if we get it on the board, it just builds you an insanely good board. Through Guard Strike, we've seen this as well. Obviously, you don't want to see this early, but later on, it's very powerful. 3 Rugged Work, you see, it can just reoccur anything to us. Mostly probably going to be a Fall Troll, also being the most powerful thing, and then summoning this Fall Troll as well gets 10 additional card in our hands. So these two just create a good, nice resource loop. So those are the old X-Sabers. For the new ones from the set, also I have one more Airball in the side deck to have another, just more X-Saber names and X-Saber cards in the deck if we want to run an additional 3. Then we have 2 Pashul in the main, 1 more in the side. This is one of the new cards here, and it's a level 2 tuner that can be destroyed by battle, and during each of your opponent's standby phases you take 1000 burn damage, and you must control this defense position card to activate and resolve the effect. So it can be destroyed by battle regardless. You can either keep it in attack to take the battle damage, and you can keep it in defense to take the burn damage. But obviously having a battle immune tuner for this time is very powerful. Then we have 1 Palomuro in the main, another in the side. When another Saber monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points, to spell summon this card from the graveyard. So just being able to like have a great special summonable tuner, obviously very good. Not as good as special because it doesn't like stick as well, but still like being and having like the condition is only destroyed by battle. So if it gets popped by some card effect, it doesn't work, but it's still pretty good. Then we have a single Sidra in case we go second. This is just another body. As you'll see, we actually have 9 tuners here, so we obviously need non-tuners as well. And to basically because of that is why we're running 2 Ghost Gardener. So it's a 1900 defense wall. When a face monster you control is selected as a target, you can instead change it to Ghost Gardener. I think we've seen this before. And if it's destroyed and sent to a grave, you make one of your opponent's monsters lose 1000 for the turn. This is mostly just here because it is just like the best level 4 that we have access to, because obviously we want to be doing synchro play, so we need levels for that, and this is the best level 4 where you have access to. Arguably, like Galahad is another one if you want another X-Saber name, but I think Gardener is just better, so that's why we have that. And then for spell traps, we have 3 MST, just still for the time like an incredibly powerful, just overall good way to pop Backrow. 2 Saber Slash. I feel like since we have like not that many monsters now, and only 15 of those are X-Sabers, I feel like capping out on this is not great. But even if you only have 1, it's still a good removal tool. If you have more than 1, this turns into an incredibly powerful card. 2 Adhesion Trap Hole, 3rd one in the side deck. This is mostly to deal with synchro summons, obviously. And if we have something like Catastor, and Jeexx gets his Catastor, obviously, like being able to make his Catastor smaller than ours is going to be very good. 3 Black Horde of Heaven for any of the synchro shenanigans as well. A single Magic Gem or another one in the side. I feel like there aren't that many spells that we care to negate and that Jeexx would even be playing. But in case like he's on X-Saber as well, he would like Saber Slash 3 of our things, being able to stop that with Magic Gemmer is going to be very good. 3 Negate Attack just to work around like protecting our monsters in the battle phase. 3 Reinforcements just to boost basically anything. Once again, helps us in the Catastor mirror should something like that arise as well, making our things bigger. 2 Gotham's Emergency Call, a 3rd one in the side. I feel like this is just a very good extender, but especially like now, which is also why I don't think I ever otherwise run 3, but since they like X-Saber is by far just the best thing to play in the set, I feel like there's a good chance that Jeexx will end up playing X-Saber as well. So if we have an X-Saber mirror, I'm definitely siding in the 3rd Emergency Call, because being able to target monsters in any graveyard is obviously incredibly powerful. And then just a single @1 with the sword makes our X-Saber monsters bigger, and then if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you draw a card. It's just nice. It's just a good equip. Pseudo-equip, a trap equip. Then we have a single Riryoku. Target 2 face monsters on the field, have the attack of 1, and at the last attack to the other monster, and these last until the end of turn. If Jeexx once again, if Jeexx has his Catastrophe, we have our Catastrophe. We can have his Catastrophe make our bigger and be through that. It just, I have a lot of stuff to deal with Catastrophe. I just think it's such a terrifying card. Noble of Exterminators had 2 copies. This is mostly here because, as you can see from our extensive trap lineup, there are so many good traps, I feel like, in this set. So being able to deal with those before going into combat is going to be very nice. Then the additional copies of Adhesion Trap, Magic Jammer, and Gothem's Emergency Call for traps, as well as 3 Mijizure, where when a monster is sent from the field to the graveyard, even during the damage step, target a monster on the field and destroy it. It's nice because even if something gets destroyed, you can kind of get them like eye for an eye back with that, or since it's just sent from the field to your graveyard, if you just Synchro Summon and you have a Mijizure set, you actually get a pop of your Synchro Summon. So this is actually a pretty flexible and nice card. And then 3 Dust Tornado to end off our side deck, just if I feel like I want more back row removal. As for the extra deck, we actually have, I think this is the most varied extra deck that we've had thus far. So we have 2 Mistworm, a level 9 that takes a tuner and 2 or more non-tuners. And if it's Synchro Summon, you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls and return those to the hand. This is just to, I wanted to have my extra deck be as flexible of a toolbox as possible, and Mistworm is one of the couple of cards that we have in our extra deck that can actually deal with Catastrophe. So that's why it's here. For our other level 9, we have Gothem's, which is not generic, but it only takes 1 or more Earth monster on top of the tuner, so we can most likely gonna make this just with a full troll and one of the level 3s. We just need a big body, and you contribute an X-Saber monster to discard a card from your opponent's hand. That probably will never happen. We just want the big stats. If we are going for Gothem's, we've already seen Gothem's. Actually, what else? Yeah, the only other things that we've already seen is Herbalium. This is just here to have a 7. And Goyo Guardian, obviously, we know is incredibly powerful, and since it takes an Earth Tuner and we're playing X-Saber, we can make it pretty easily. So those are the cards that we still know. A single Ally of Justice Light Gazer. Now, I know what you're thinking now. It's a terrible card. Why would you ever play it? First and foremost, if Jeexx is on Worms, this would be hilarious. But second of all, this is just here to have a generic level 8, because this is the only generic level 8 that we have, or kind of the just only level 8 that we have access to. And the only thing that matters here, it's a dark with 2400 attack. So if we can't get anything else to deal with Catastrophe, if we can just make a level 8, which with our package it would actually be like very easy to do, because we have so many 3s with something like Guard Strike, for example, that already makes Light Gazer. So then we just have a deterrent and something to deal with Catastrophe. So this is another card that's literally here to deal with Catastrophe. And the final card here to deal with Catastrophe is 2 Briannac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, a generic level 6, where you can discard any number of cards to the grave to target the same number of cards your opponent controls and return them to the hand. So this is a way to deal with Catastrophe as well. Then, speaking of Catastrophe himself, we have 3 copies of it, because mostly we would be making this with Polymerization and Gardner. And I say mostly, but yeah, that's actually the only way to make it. that's my B. But it's just such an incredibly powerful card. If we ever can get into Catastrophe, we will just want to go into it basically every time, because it's so hard to deal with. And then we have finally 2 X-Saber Wayne, which is just here as an extender. So when it's Synchro Summon, you can spell summon a level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand. Doesn't need to be a non-tuner. So this is mostly like here if for whatever reason we don't want to go into Catastrophe. Instead, we can use Gardner and Polymerization to go into Wayne. And then with Wayne, we can summon one of our... let's say a Jeexx has a Catastrophe already on the field. We don't really want to crash our Catastrophe. So in that situation, if we have Polymerization and Gardner to be able to make Wayne, then we can just make Wayne, summon a level 3 with it, and instead we can go into a level 8, which would be Light Gazer, which can then beat over the Catastrophe. So that's a line that we have, and that's also why Light Gazer is here, because stuff, Wayne being level 5 as well, with most of our tuners being level 3, means that we can make that pretty easily. I kind of wanted to put 2 of them in, but because it's a bad card for any other situation really than just to deter Catestor. I figured that it would be too much. But yeah, that is the deck that we're gonna be playing today. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdowns. I feel like finally we actually managed to stick to the schedule that I usually want to with these, and we're getting better. It's still January, but we're getting better at getting back to the groove. I'm losing words. I shouldn't jinx it by complimenting myself. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the episode regardless, and we'll see you in the dueling zone next. What's going on? I don't know why I did them, but what's up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! A learning journey, and it is time for us to start our little side adventure in this series, which is we're going to be covering Duel Terminal 1 and Hidden Arsenal 1 today. And the reason why we're doing them like kind of aligned is like I think every card in Hidden Arsenal 1 is in Duel Terminal 1, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yes.
okay, neat. But just for consistency's sake, and for it to be easier for us to track, we'll just do this like this in the future as well. But we do like Duel Terminal 1 and Hidden Arsenal 1, Duel Terminal 2, Hidden Arsenal 2, and so on and so forth. So it's just easier for us to keep track of what we've done and what is in there. Plus, also, if we did them separately, there would be some overlap, and we definitely do want to overlook these because I think they actually have some really cool archetypes and cards in them. So, how are you feeling about our little side quest that we're starting today, Jeexx?
I don't have puns for this.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's pretty hard.
I'm lost. I guess you could say that I'm squirming to figure out a pun for this set. That's about worms, buddy.
Yeah, yes. I understood.
It's about worms.
Well, any last squirms before? Oh yeah, I need to flip a coin. I forgot that I have started doing this. Coin flip, go. And oh, okay. I don't need to retire the online coin flipper. Maybe.
Not real.
But yeah, I still think that. Actually, I wonder, would there ever be a time where I wouldn't want to go first? Well, right now it would seem. Anyways, best of luck. I don't like you going immediately into your extra deck like turn 1. That is terrifying. Anywho, I will start by normal summoning Full Helm Knight, setting a macro, and passing. So yeah, we are on X Sabers.
I would like to special summon Cyber Dragon.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yes, I got nothing on Cyber Dragon.
Okay.
Well, that's a terrifying turn 1.
Let me just.
As if I wasn't already feeling like, yeah, maybe I should have gone second. That happens. Okay, tell me, did you rip that off the top, or was it in your hand?
I will assure you that it was not off the top of my deck.
Okay. At least that.
I would like normal summon XX Saber Full Helm Knight.
Crash our Full Helm Knights?
Is this okay?
Yeah.
I was intending to crash both of our Full Helm Knights unless you want to negate the attack.
I don't think it makes sense for me to negate this because then obviously you just get to keep up with your monsters. So I am fine with this.
Yeah.
Anything in damage step?
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
So both
and then I attack with Cyber Dragon. I skip the above that.
I will
take phase
21.
Set 1 and pass.
End phase. Let's pop that back row you just set.
No, my adhesion trap hole.
And well, this is gonna be funny because I would like to special summon Cyber Dragon from my hand.
Oh, you would like to summon Cyber Dragon? I see.
Then I would like to normal summon Saber
Full Helm
Knight.
Oh, that's an interesting play you got there. It would be a shame if somebody copied it, right?
It's real innovative and wacky and crazy.
Wow,
I'd say
so wacky.
Uh, honestly, it's kind of weird, but I think it makes enough sense. I think I will actually just Saber Slash your Cyber.
No, my Cyber Dragon. And then
we
I
proceed to
pay
battle
2,000.
phase for
Yep.
what? 34, yeah. Main
Yep.
2, and now this is where it's interesting. Do I want to make something, or am I just cool with this?
You're gonna make her Bellum?
I
don't think Urbellum is worth.
I would, say something about like me not being the greatest math, but you clearly being even worse. But Urbellum happens to be actually a level 7.
Oh fuck! Sorry, I forgot that Full Helm Knight is bad.
Yeah, full of
Like you have no targets then.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I know. Yeah, we were talking a little bit before we started recording about infinities and cheating. It's like, you think I don't have Stardust in my extra deck?
I would like to special summon Cyber Dragon.
You're despicable, and I hate you.
I would like to normal summon Ghost Guard.
Imagine that was full Helm
and
Knight.
Attack into Full Helm Knight. Wait, sorry, that's not the right thing. I was supposed to attack with
Yeah,
this.
I was gonna say, like, are you gonna do something like making my Sidra lose the attack and then do something with that? But yeah, you're swinging Sidra into Fulham. I would like to declare the effect of Fulham Knight to negate that attack.
That is fine. And then I would like to pass. I forgot that this thing doesn't have the effect that it changes into defense position. Remember that this thing changed to defense position immediately?
That's fucking hilarious, actually. I would like to normal summon Fulham Knight. And I would like to special summon Execable Fall Troll.
What the fuck?
And then I would like to use the effect of Fall Troll to get from my grave a Fulham Knight.
Yeah.
Is it just lethal? That's 300. Then you're at 40 something. Then you show at this. You make something lose 1,000, but you take 33 for that, so you would be at 3,000. Yeah, that's way more than lethal. So
it do be lethal.
I think we will proceed to the battle phase, and yeah.
You want to know what I had in my hand?
What I drew? Or a Sidra?
3 Cyber Dragons.
Oh, I'm only playing the one that I opened in my opening hand.
I opened 3 Cyber Dragons.
You love to see
Which is like completely worthless when,
3 full Hub Knights is fucking funny.
Yeah. It's probably the best one to open 3 of, though.
Yeah, like if I'm looking at my deck, and if there's any card that I would like to open a 3 of, it's definitely Full Helm Knight. It's very good. I have a couple things that now I know what you're on. I wonder if I'd like to side into. But oh yeah, let me pause this and let's side for game 2. And yep, I like this.
It's gonna go first.
Open triple Sidra. You're opening it. What?
That would be so fucking hilarious, man. I would laugh a lot if that happened. I'm gonna set 1 card and pass.
There is no fucking. This is hilarious. Well, I would like to set 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards in the back row and pass it back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna stand by main. I'm gonna activate Nobleman of Extermination, targeting 1 of the face downs.
Ooh, oh, this one? You don't want to flip for it? All right, it is a reinforcements.
Oh.
So
each player reveals their deck and shows. I'm just gonna double check that I don't actually have one.
Well, I would like you to prove it to me, since each player reveals their deck. All right, let me make a note of every single card in here. This looks very similar to my deck. Anyways, here is mine.
I'm thinking that there might be. Oh, there is one.
There
I
is one
found
reinforcements in there, yeah.
I'm thinking one of these may or may not be a Gotham's, and maybe a reinforcement.
So reinforcements. Sorry, that gets banished. Does it
Banished.
also destroy? Banish it? Yeah. So both of these
No.
to the banish zone. Not like I have a way to recur traps from my grave, but you know.
And then I would like to set one card and set another card and pass.
Interesting. Interesting. I think I will sit on the back row and I will pass back to you.
We're playing the long game here. I see. I would like to pass another card. Set another card and pass.
That's a lot of set monsters. That's quite terrifying. Well, I think we will also set a monster this time.
No.
And then we will pass it back to you.
Oh,
what year are we playing? Are we playing 2009, 2010 Yu-Gi-Oh? Or we're playing 2004?
I don't know, man.
These are two moths and then one man-eater bug.
I am going to flip summon.
Oh.
Ghost Garden.
Yep. I got nothing.
And I am going to normal summon. Full Helm Knight.
Yep. I got nothing on that.
I would like to declare combat.
Uh-huh.
This is not. That's not a thing in this game. And I would like to body check the face down using my Ghost Gardener.
Ooh, it is a Ragigura.
Ragigura, and I take 1,000 damage. Then I would like to attack into it using my Full Helm Knight. If the things that I did would happen. There we go.
Yep, I got nothing on that. It goes to grave. Full Helm Knight has no targets, so that doesn't matter.
I have no targets. Then I would like to activate. Nothing. Nothing in particular, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, even if you want to synchro summon, you don't need to activate anything for that. But.
True, that is true.
Did you flip up some stuff and start like hand ripping me with Gothams?
That would be kind of hilarious, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Let me just double check something.
Yep, go ahead.
It's saying that Ragigura is not a tuner, you know. That would be perfect if it was a tuner, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, just gonna pass, I guess.
Yep.
Interesting.
Quite interesting indeed. Yeah, we'll set another monster and we will pass.
Aha! I will activate from my hand. Mystical Space Typhoon. Targeting this face down.
Oh, that one. I mean, I guess I might as well. We'll Magic Jammer this, and I'll pitch for my hand the third reinforcements.
Okay. I see. I am going to activate Saber Slash. Targeting this face down.
Sure. It is a
face of cards. Oh, never mind. I can't even do that.
Oh yeah, true. It's face-up cards. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
assuming
yeah,
you don't want to slash your own
yeah.
thing.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I will flip summon Dark Resonator.
Ooh.
And I will body check the Ghost Gardener with the Ghost Gardener again.
When you're declaring the attack, I would like to negate attack. To negate the attack and end the battle phase.
This cannot be! No! Okay.
I'm investing a lot into this one face down card.
You really are. You really invested a lot in
this. It is a big gamble, I will say that much, and we'll see if it pays off.
Let me see. Let me think. We ain't got no 11s in this fucking set, man. What the fuck am I thinking?
I think even like if you look at just modern Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like you have like so few 11s. The only things that I can think about are like the Red Dragon Archfiend stuff. There were I think like 2 11s in there. Anyways, let's see if my gamble pays off.
Star Eater. That's
absolutely.
Like, Star Eater was one of the first level 11 cards that came out, and it was one of the only ones for the longest time. But it was kind of shit.
Yeah.
Summon can't be negated. When this card is synchro summoned, this card is synchro summoned. Cards and effects cannot be activated. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by the card effects. It was a 3.2k beat stick with basically a super poly effect when you summon it.
This is doesn't make any sense. I mean, you know what? I've invested so much into this already, so let's just fucking go all in. I would like to flip summon X-Saber Palamur.
Yeah, Palamuro.
And I would like to activate from my back row at 1 with the sword and equip Palamuro with it.
Okay.
Then I would like to proceed to the battle phase and attempt to swing at the Ghost Guard.
I would like to negate the attack.
Oh yeah, for whatever reason I thought Full Hell Knight was only if that is
it's attacked. Yeah,
that it is attack. Okay, well then I don't do reading cards, as we all know. Then I'll just go main 2. I'll set another card and I will pass.
I will go standby main. I will activate Nobleman of Extermination, targeting the new face down card you just set.
Ooh. Well, I guess might as well
pop the Gothams.
Actually, does this work? Because there are currently no 2 X-Saber cards in the graveyard.
I don't think it does.
Let's see.
I think it has to be 2.
Because the problem here is I know for a fact that one of your 2 back rows is Emergency Call. And
how do you know that?
Well, let's just say that they've been sitting here for quite a fucking while, and there's no other have here. It's like, okay, one of these is gonna be the trap hole that halves the attack of a summoned monster, and the other is Emergency Call.
It has to target 2. I'm pretty sure this effect targets the 2 X-Saber monsters.
Yeah. So then it doesn't matter. So this gets banished, and both of us, once again... Actually, yeah, we already showed our deck, so we can just go banish them, since we know that both of us have them.
No way. How did you know that I only had 2 Gothams emergency calls in
crazy.
my...
I wonder what's up with that.
This cannot be. I would like to activate Saber Slash targeting Palamuro.
Yep. Palamuro to the grave. And then since this is an equip, it also goes away.
I would like to flip summon Ghost Gardener.
Yep.
Oh. I almost clicked admit defeat.
That would have been funny.
Oh, I almost fucking ate shit super hard. Then I would like to synchro summon using for 9.
Oh, you're not using. Oh yeah, never mind. You don't have space. You need to synchro something first.
Literally cannot.
Yeah.
I have to synchro summon something first. I would like to synchro summon using. Let me just check. Regular is that works. That works. Using Ghost Gardener and Dark Resonator to go into Urbellum.
Yep.
And then I would like to activate Gotham's emergency call. And you
Yep.
would like to respond with your own Gotham's emergency call, would you not?
I got nothing.
Okay. Then I would like to special summon Palomuro and Ragigura. Actually, I
Yep.
should have probably... Is it okay if I just dump Full Helmet instead and fetch it back with this?
Yeah, you get that, and then yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it works because
Yeah,
nothing else
since
activates here.
Ragura.
Yeah. So now we have a level 6 that we can make. You know what that means?
It could mean anything.
It could be spicy. We could also like make Wayne and special summon the Full Helm Knight that I just fetched, and I think that should be a lot more damage. But you know, Goyo Guardian though, you know.
The world is your oyster, you know.
The world is my oyster.
There are many things, many avenues here.
I can also make a level 8.
Yep.
Yep, I can also make a level 5.
That is true.
That could be big. I'll actually do this.
You can make a level 10.
Oh, I can make a level 10. That is also true. I can make many things. I can make far too many things.
But what will he decide to make? That is the question.
I'm truly a mystery. I could totally not make anything either, and I could just go face from my level 0 zero attack monsters. Man.
0 attack, 200 attack, and 200 attack. That's a lot of
so big.
A lot of beating there.
I would like to make Goyo Guardian. I guess that would probably be good. Yeah. I'll just make Goyo Guardian. Fuck it. I'm making Goyo Guardian.
Yep, I think that makes sense. I mean, you can still turn it into... I think that we'll still use the adhesion trap hole on the Goyo. I mean, you can still make it into a... Gothams if you'd like to do that, but... I think I'd much rather you have Gothams than Goyo.
I would like to normal summon Full Helm Knight, as I have not normal summoned yet this turn. And then I would like to... Actually, is it more damage to go into? It is significantly more damage to go into that. So I would like to use these two to tune into a Gotham's.
Yep.
And then I would like to attack with Full Helm Knight.
Yep. 1300.
Urbellum.
22.
And Gotham's.
31. Minju, would you like to use Gotham's to hand drip?
Fuck. No.
Alright. Let's draw. And let's go game 3.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was not the draw that I wanted. Right, let's do this. This. And honestly... Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me pause this. Hey, we got a game 3. Actually, have we gotten a game 3 in a little bit? Or
I don't think we have, no.
So
Unless...
Oh my fucking god, man.
Oh my god, this hand is... I
have opened... Like, funny enough, like, because of the circumstance how stuff happened in game 1, like, that was definitely my best hand. Then I have just gotten 2, like, duds. Yeah. You've never seen this before, but I would like to set 4 cards and pass.
Okay. I would like to go standby main. I would like to set 1 card. Set 1 card.
Oh, at least.
Oh, that's not the card that I was supposed to show.
That's unfortunate. You can return the card from your back row to your head, and then we can do stuff. So it's at least, you know.
Okay.
A bit more discreet.
Yeah. No.
We all make mistakes.
Let me just.
Don't worry, I'll forget that it exists in.
Set that card. Set that card.
2 turns.
Set that card. Pass.
I like your style.
I don't think Urbellum is gonna be ripping anything.
Yeah. Well, this is certainly a video game that we are playing.
The class.
I'll set a monster and I will pass.
I will set a card and set a monster, and pass.
What is going on today?
I have given up all pretense.
Yeah,
I'm going all out.
I'll pass.
Aha! You've fallen into my trap. I will simply choose to
Not have space in the back
activate
row.
Mystical Space Typhoon.
Ooh, that is a black horn of heaven.
That's kind
And
of a
then
big
you
deal.
will set the card in your hand.
And then I will activate a Nobleman of Extermination targeting this face down.
Oh, it is a negate attack. So let's both
See my deck.
Oh yeah, you can look at that.
I see you have 2 negate attacks in hand. I sure wonder where my negate attacks could possibly be.
Well, it's interesting to see that there's only 1 in your deck. That's quite interesting. Also, there are okay, there are 3 Golems here. 1 Adhesion Trap Hole. So one of these is gonna be Adhesion Trap Hole. Probably 1 Dust Tornado. I'm not actually no. There are 3 here. All of this information that I'm now saying out loud, I will absolutely forget in like 2 seconds. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah.
I would like to move my deck so I can banish my negate attack.
Let's get rid of your negate attack and both of mine. So, well, you have, well, 1 Adhesion Trap Hole and 2 negate attacks. If I'm, you know, a crazy call that I'm making here, I think.
It's not a crazy at all, man. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna flip summon Ghost Guard.
Yep.
I'm gonna flip summon Dark Resonator.
Yep.
And I'm gonna normal summon Full Helm Knight.
Yep.
The weenie squad is in town, baby. Body checking using Ghost Guard.
It is a...
Dude, if this is a worm that has a flip effect, you're so fucking smart.
It is a dude that looks like a worm. It is X-Saber Pashul.
It's disappointing. That is truly and utterly disappointing.
Would you like to pop your Adhesion Trap Hole on my X-Saber Pashul to give him 50 attack?
I cannot, actually, because it's not summoned. It's been flipped.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't flip someone. I guess in your end phase, let's just eeny meeny miny mo, dee ba da ba doo ba doo, dee ba da doo da dee da da. Let's fire it on this one.
Haha. You have hit my negate attack.
Alright, so 1 Adhesion Trap Hole and 1 negate attack.
How can he know? How is he so aware?
Anyways, no, it's in your standby phase. Never mind.
I only take 1,000 damage in my standby phase.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting. You know. It is kind of interesting, though. You know, you have the negate attack, but fuck it. Let's run out a Full Helm Knight.
A Full Helm Knight?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's go into a battle phase, and I would like to... I mean, yeah, that doesn't matter. I would like to attempt to crash our Full Helm Knights.
I will choose to negate this.
Yep. Then we'll go main 2. And then we will activate Saber Slash.
Saber Slash?
Yeah. And I will...
No.
I think I will just
destroy the tuners.
It's face up attack position X-Saber monsters. So it's only 1.
Oh.
But I do think...
I would argue you should destroy Dark Resonator.
I was just going to say, I do think it's better for me to get rid of Dark Resonator, because if it's protection, Full Helm has already used it. Obviously, like, you can use it as a you can use it as a X-Saber now, but the thing is that there's nothing in the grave, so even if you get rid of 1, like, Emergency Call isn't still a thing that I need to worry about. So then we'll pass, and during your standby phase, I will take 1,000 for Pashul's effects.
Damn, this is hard. How am I gonna manage? How will I survive, if you will?
That's a good question.
I don't know, man. Just gonna change this to defense, I guess. And, you know. High octane gameplay, buddy.
This. Oh, stand by
Back
me.
at it again at Krispy Kremes.
We are back at it again at Krispy Kreme. That is right.
Oh, extra deck, huh? Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I see
you
what
know,
you're
it's
doing. No.
it's just I'm just pondering, you know. I'm just having a look, you know. I'm just vibing, the big vibes. Is this ever gonna happen otherwise?
Oh.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen otherwise, and it's fucking hilarious.
You're gonna normal summon something and go into a synchro play, I assume.
It's gonna get the problem here is that it's gonna get adhesion trap hold.
Nah.
You have the.
I
mean,
never.
that doesn't matter yet because you have the gate attack waiting. So what we will do first is I can't believe I'm doing this. We will tribute summon an XX Saber Guard Strike.
Okay. In response to the tribute summoning, resolving, I will activate Dust Tornado, targeting your face now.
Oh, it happens to be a magic jammer. Then I would like to go to the battle phase. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Yep. I was
just make it easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like doesn't matter. No, it doesn't because I know you have the negate attack there anyway.
Oh, I forgot to activate Adhesion Trapple, by the way. I'll just do it too.
Oh yeah, on Guard Strike.
Yeah, then I'm still like I'm gonna still activate negate attack because I don't want you to trade your full Helm Knight into my full Helm Knight no matter what happens. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we go main 2, and like I said, I don't think this is how. Does it make sense though? Okay, what do you draw here that outs my full Helm Knight's negate bullshit? I mean, if you ram your full Helm Knight into my Guard Strike, that doesn't really achieve anything. If you ram in the other thing, I think I'll still do this now since, like I said, I don't think this is happening otherwise, and I think it's fucking funny. I would like to synchro summon using my level 3 and my level 5 for a level 8 to synchro summon Ally of Justice Light Gazer.
This man is fucking deranged.
You thought I didn't have a level 8, huh? You thought I didn't have a level 8, huh? Anyway, so
man,
to you.
I'm gonna normal summon something from my hand. Let me just double check something real quick.
Double check if you have a level 8 in your grade that you can use to summon the all-powerful Light Gazer.
I'm gonna normal summon Dark Resonator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
for 7.
Full Helm Knight and Ghost Cardinal for Orbellum. This loses 1000 attack.
Yep.
And then I'll swing into it.
It's funny though. Like you gotta admit, it's fucking funny.
It's pretty fucking
Actually,
funny.
never mind. It doesn't lose because it's Ghost Cardinal when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So it doesn't.
Is it? Oh,
So
never mind.
wait,
Then I need to actually rethink this. I thought this was actually a
okay.
good card. Oh, I was constantly thinking, yeah, this card is actually pretty good for a synchro deck because you can just use it to. Oh.
That card is bad. You only play it because it's a level 4. That's decent. But yeah. That would have been sick. Honestly, I was kind of upset. I was like, it was funny because I literally, when I was deck, but I was like, there will be maybe a line where I go for a like level 8 and it's like I can make something a little bit bigger. So, you know, might as well have it in there.
You know what the bigger problem is?
Yep.
Look at my board.
Yeah, it's 2 tuners and a level 4, which, you know.
But you know what the bigger problem is?
Yeah?
Both of my tuners have 102 little attack.
Yeah.
I can't even trade into it. I can't even take 2,400 damage into 0 damage into 1.3k winning. Well,
Unfortunate. Anyways,
unfortunate.
draw some main. Well, that is a card that I can draw, I guess. I mean, you can redirect it anyway, and I guess since you have 2 tuners, Actual wait. Never mind this first. I would like the normal summon Dark Resonator.
Yeah.
Do I care? Because you do that, then I take 900. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Battle phase. I would like to attempt to swing into a Fulham Knight with my Resonator. Fulham Knight effect is used up, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to redirect it into Ghost Garden.
So I will take 600. And then we'll kill a Ghost Gardener with Gazer.
Yeah. And then you lose 1,000 attack.
Yep.
But that's only for this
I'll just go here and pass.
I am the most talented individual who has ever graced the game.
Saber Slash?
Oh my god, I'm gonna act with Saber Slash.
That's pretty good. Like it did get to do stuff though, so that's funny.
And then do that, and then do this to trade into it.
Yeah. So
and then pass.
I lose that, and you lose that. All right.
And now we're on the draw, baby.
We are on the draw, and I would like to.
And I got the strongest wall.
Shut up! I also have it. I would like to swing into your Dark Resonator.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point. Then let's go main 2 and pass.
Okay, I'm gonna swing into your Dark Resonator.
Yeah, I got nothing on that. Well, I would like to go into battle phase and swing into your Dark Resonator.
Okay. I got nothing on that.
Okay. Then we go main 2, and I will pass.
Okay. I'm gonna set 1 card. Attacking your Dark Resonator.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
No hand traps.
No hand traps. Fulham Knight.
I think you made this, not very cash money. So I would like to MST the back row because I would like
to chain Dust Tornado into your MST.
Yeah, that's valid.
And then I would like to use the effect of Dust Tornado to set 1 card from my hand.
All right. No way you're negating my attack. Actually, there is reinforcements though. Is this funny?
How I can't use it this turn?
That's said true. Can you even destroy my MST with? I mean, it doesn't matter because you could set it either way here. Anyways, I will pass.
I would like to set 1 card. Pass.
Oh, you're making this not to
Cash money.
Fair for Dark Resonator here. Yeah,
my Dark Resonator is resonating super hard.
Yeah,
that's why he has 2 cards in the Pendulum Zone. I believe it is over.
Is it over?
I would like to normal summon Fulham Knight.
Oh.
And I would like to attack using Dark Resonator.
Yep.
And then using Fulham Knight.
Yep.
Goodbye, Fulham Knight. And then I pass.
the wall stands. There is no fucking way this is my hand. There is no fucking way this is my hand. I will pass.
Dark Resonator, the wall. Remember when we started Synchros originally?
Yeah.
And we had a game where Dark Resonator was literally like.
Anyways, proceed with your point.
Yeah, Dark Resonator was just a wall that stood there and nothing could overcome Dark Resonator. Yeah. It was truly magical.
I wonder if I can you know what? At least I cannot draw any more Fultros because I have all 3 of them in my hand.
That is true. That is true.
Well, I will set 2 cards and pass.
Okay. I will attack using Dark Resonator.
I will take 1,300.
I will go to main phase 2 and set 1 card. And actually, before I change my, I'm gonna activate this.
Oh, yep. That is a Saber Slash.
Oh, it doesn't vanish.
Yep. It banishes, and if it was a trap, then it does the other thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't reveal the text and all.
Yeah. I mean, I could just. I think it makes the most sense to just try it. If you have emergency call, then I just lose. I would like the emergency call.
You can't.
Why?
There's no face-up X-Saber monster on the field.
That is true. That's
it is
hilarious.
Impossible.
Yeah. Pass. I forgot
like
it had the condition because it would very rarely like not be fulfilled. But you know, when your hand is 3 fault trolls before you've drawn like, after you've drawn like what 15 cards from your 40 card deck, then you know that'll do.
It is kind of a shame, I must admit. Okay, so what are the odds? You've already drawn 2 Dark Resonators. I didn't count the Dark Resonators that you had. I don't think you have Ghost Gardeners in your deck. What are the odds that you draw a card that isn't an X-Saber? Like a level 4 or below X-Saber at this rate.
At this rate, it's going to be another Guard Strike for my next draw, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, I mean... Oh, wait, no, sorry, I was talking now. I was supposed to read the Golems. I was interested in what Golems...
Knock on wood, by the way, because I would rather... I've called too many things, and I would absolutely not want to draw a Guard Strike. So we'll just knock on wood.
Set 1 card and pass.
There.
Is it... Is it Guard Strike? Dude? Come on, man. What's up?
The reverse psychology never fails. That's fucking funny. Anyways,
you're gaming.
Do you have a adhesion or something?
I do not have an adhesion.
Now the problem here is I send the emergency call, and then you send an emergency call, and then I lose.
That's correct.
But do I think you have it? I mean, these have been set here for so fucking long.
And we didn't have a single X-Saber monster face up on it.
Yep. I saw those in your deck. You had all of them there, but I do think that one of these is adhesion and one of them is the Golems. So I actually think we'll go battle phase, and we'll obviously I can do damage through Dark Resonator, but it doesn't really achieve anything. So we'll see if this is Pashul.
No,
it's not. All right. Me too. And we will just pass.
I will. End it all.
If you have 2 emergency calls, then I mean that's then just a thing. But I'm pretty sure one of these is gotta be Golems and the other is gonna be well, I guess we'll just take the damage, so 800.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a long and tedious one. I'll set a monstrous one and then I'll pass.
I will.
This has been a set.
And pass. This is nuclear deterrence. This is what I was talking about when I originally realized what Gotham says.
Mm-hmm.
That this game state could be an inevitability.
I would like the normal summon. X-Saber Pashul.
Okay.
Then I would like to special summon X Saber Full Troll.
I'm going to scream.
But are you gonna activate any effects for it?
No.
Alright. Then what we will do is I would like to use the effect of Full Troll. I mean, I get the negate again, so I think it makes.
I think Fulham Knight is
the most sense. Yeah, because like I get the negate again and can just do stuff. I will get a Fulham Knight. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's something that you can do, but do I care? I guess I'd rather have it. We'll flip summon this Ghost Gardener.
You do have Ghost Gardener.
I mean, bro, there are no other level 4s. Of course I run Ghost Gardener.
I can't believe he has Ghost Gardeners. I never saw him.
Yep, you never did.
You know, it would be fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
If you went into Brionac here.
Oh, and I hit your emergency call?
Yeah.
That would be very disgusting. But I do think that the safe play for me in this state is to instead, with these two cards, go into this little card called Goyo. Do you have...
And on Goyo, I will activate
I
the
figured.
trap home.
So Goyo is now 1400. Battle phase. Guard Strike for 800.
Yeah.
And then Goyo to take your Resonator.
I will
100.
activate Mask of Weakness.
Alright.
Targeting Goyo Guardian. I reduce
Yep.
Goyo Guardian's attack points by 700 until the end of this turn.
Yep. That's fine. Then Full Troll to kill Resonator for 1100. And then 13 more, so 24. I did see the one-off Mask of Weakness there, but I'm like, okay, chance of him having it kind of low, and like, regardless, I mean, my board is just fucking insane. And hey, I want to summon Goyo here because obviously I want to have space for my emergency call. Then I'll pass. Do we guess something?
I have something, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, because then whatever you do, I can just negate it with Full Hub Knight. And yeah, what were your back row?
Magic Jammer and Slash.
Gotcha. I
had
Horn and then
got kinda grieved by what I drew.
I would say my condolences, but I was also sitting with 3 Full Trolls, so I'm sorry you're not getting pity from me this time around.
I mean, to be fair, 3 Fault Roll with a single emergency call is already like a possibility for a full board.
It is.
So
very
I don't know
good.
what you're crying about.
It is very good. Like, don't get me wrong, but that is assuming that I don't know that you have emergency call, and given that you had 3 of them in your deck, then like 4 turns passed, and then you had like stuff in your back row. I do think it was fair for me to assume one of them could have been emergency call.
The fact that I got both of, like, I drew 2 negate attacks, one in opening hand, and then the second one was my first draw.
Yep.
Kinda useless. Especially when I have like Dark Resonators. I should have probably decided out one of them. Literally anything else.
My opening hand, by the way, it was, what was it? It was what was it? It was Magic Jam. All I remember is it was 4 back row and Guard Strike. Wait, were you, by the way, were you running 3 Resonator or 2?
I had to, yeah.
Oh, you were running 2. Yeah, I was running 2 as well. I was thinking, I was also only running two Ghost Garden. I was thinking of running 3 just because it's the only 4, but I was like, there is so much like good back row and like the games probably will be slower, so I figured like maybe 2 will be enough.
I mean, to be fair, you could have used Galahad as well,
Yeah,
which
I
in
was thinking of
hindsight is
like
probably better.
I initially I had Galahad like instead of Ghost Gardener. And then I just decided, you know what? I think I'd rather just have Ghost Gardener. If I was to make this now, I think I would rather put in the Galahad just to have another X-Saber name for Godstrike and Fall Troll. But yeah. Also, now the important thing. What do you have in your extra deck?
Double Catastor, double Brionac, triple Quizass, Goyo Guardian, 3 copies of Goyo Guardian, 1 Mistworm, 1 Wayne, 2 Gothams, 1 Rebellum.
Oh, you were actually running Rogueas. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what I had was the single God gamer himself, the Ally of Justice. I had 2 Goyo. I had 2 Brionac. I actually maxed out on Catastor. And then I had double Wayne, 1 Herbellum, a double Gothams, and double Mistworm.
I ran into a situation where I realized I didn't feasibly like have ways of summoning some of these without using Cyber Dragon and Palomuro. So I was kinda like, well, I have 3 copies of Palomuro in my starting like lineup because of that, and 3 copies of Cyber Dragon because of that.
Yeah.
And then I didn't draw a Palomuro with my 3 copies of Cyber Dragon that I drew in game 1, and then I was just kind of shit out of luck because I couldn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, I like with hindsight, I was probably like too afraid of Catastor, but I just literally like the whole time when I was building my deck, I was like, I need to be able to deal with Catastor, so that's why I have the like actually double Mistworm, because it's like, okay, I expected the games to be like slow because they think that they were going to play at least some X-Sabers, and I figured like stuff with them and with like both of us having access to emergency calls, being able to use full helm to stop attacks, having negate attacks would just make the game slower. So I was like, I really want to be able to deal with Catastor, so it just take over the game. So that's why I also had the Mistworm. So it's like, okay, you can feasibly actually make a board with that can make Mistworm in X-Saber pretty well, and that's why I had that there. Brionac was mostly there to deal with Catastor as well, and the Black Horn of Heaven was also like, okay, I can like stop any synchro, but mostly there to end Catastor. And literally the reason why I had Light Gazer here, like, was okay. I want to be able to have a line to go into something that's just big if I can make an 8, but also it is actually like the only thing in the extra decks feasibly that you can make that can also beat over Catastor. Because otherwise, like, okay, whatever you can make to beat over Catastor, if you can't find a way to pop it, everything is non-dark, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's also why, like, I decided out of all of them afterwards, but I was initially running 3 reinforcements as well, because it was like, okay, if there's modulation for attack, I want to be able to have my Catastor beat over your Catastor, so that's why I valued like attack boost really highly. I don't know, with hindsight it would have been probably better to run Mask of Weakness instead of reinforcements, but yeah.
I think Mask of Weakness has one massive like weakness to it, which is specifically the fact that it's only for attacking monsters.
Yeah, I mean,
so you couldn't use it on your turn.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why I end up going with reinforcements, because if it was just like target a monster that loses 700, then you would never use reinforcements over that. Yeah. But the fact that reinforcement was more flexible is why like in the end decided like, okay, I think I'd rather run this. But like for this last game, I just with the games were just like super slow, and we were like game 2 we were just like setting stuff all the time. I was like, I don't think these reinforcements are gonna do anything. So
yeah. In that situation, I think the defensive mask of weakness is probably better. But I would argue, yeah, reinforcements was 100% the correct choice.
It's funny looking at like our decks, and they're like so similar. Like even like Saber Slash had 2 copies for both.
Man,
Yeah, that's funny. But I like, even though the game 3 ended up just being a 2-sided breakfast, where shoutouts to 2015 or 2016 World Finals with the Blue Eyes Mirror. Overall, I still like think that this was actually a really good game overall. It wasn't as explosive as we had like, well, I think it was 45, I want to say, wherever like you popped off with literally like turn 1 Thunder Giant, turn 2 another Thunder Giant, and then we did the Thug Finals, and I got the like one-off False Roll. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, the Guard Strike call.
That was
I really
anime.
I really wouldn't want to draw my Guard Strike. It was the only other Guard Strike in my deck, by the way, because I am all running too. Because I think Guard Strike is really bricky if you're playing a 3. Even like I think False Roll maybe would be better at 2 copies as well. But it just like if you just get hit the board, it's fucking insane. So that's why I'd want it. I want to see it as often as possible. I end up going with 3. But yeah,
I think the biggest issue with Dual Terminal, like the set specifically for X-Sabers, was mostly the fact that we don't have access to searchers in here.
Yeah.
If we had access to any form of searchers for X-Sabers, like there's a new X-Saber, I think, that comes in the next set.
I literally think that Absolute Power Force gives them 2 searchers, right? There's the gazelle-looking guy, and then the like whatever the cockroach dude is. I think both of those are in Absolute Power Force.
Yeah, the giant cockroach thing is basically a giant rat. And I think the gazelle is just a like on summon searcher.
Yeah.
Let me check. Can probably find them real quick. Release date. Discard a synth from the graveyard. Oh no, it's from card effect, so it's not as good. The gazelle is arguably not playable even because you don't really have any cards that do that.
Yeah,
but
something stuff about card effects, we don't really have that.
Yeah, but the cockroach is a level 3 with 1,300 attack that basically summons or summons any X-Saber from the deck, basically.
So it's literally just a giant rat for X-Sabers.
Yeah, it's just a giant rat, yeah. Did you know that Gen X have a giant rat too?
Wait, really?
But yeah, Gen X is a giant rat that has 1,600 attack. And it's a giant rat, so it can only summon 1,500 and below Gen X monsters. So it's unplayable with itself, basically. If it was 1,500 or 1,400, it would be actually kind of good because you could thin out your deck, like fill your graveyard with Gen X cards.
Gen X, and then use those for Gen X never fails to deliver, man.
It fails to disappoint.
Yeah. Disappoint. But normally we would have probably a longer aftermath here, but I don't know. Hopefully the microphone isn't picking up, but I am insanely hungry and my stomach is growling like crazy, so I need to go get some food in me. So anything you wanna say before we get out of here, Jeexx?
I got robbed, guys. This was a crime. This is a crime scene, guys. I had that.
Well, all I can just say that, you know, when we both play basically the same deck and the better duelist actually wins, look no further, baby. But
I'm gonna cry.
Thank you everyone for watching this episode. It was a very fun one, and it's kind of fitting that last time I made the clip, it's like I can't keep getting away with this, and well, it would seem that I keep getting away with it, and we'll continue with our anime product powers hopefully into the far future. But Join us next time for Absolute Power Force, as well as I think Turbo Pack 2. I'll still check that, but I'm 90% sure that we had Turbo Pack 2 with Absolute Power Force. So hopefully we'll see y'all there. But thank you for watching and have a good one, y'all. Peace.